you. So I decided to do some films for people that are not coming into lessons this week for one reason or another. You might be choosing to self-isolate, you might be feeling that you just don't want to mingle. But I figured, particularly if you paid for lessons, that you should get a lesson. I'm thinking, obviously, if we're told that we can't go out and do bits and bobs in the next few weeks, that I could at least try to get you continuing things that you like doing. So here we go. This is my spare bedroom. It is literally the only quiet space I've got. I'm trying to set you. You're currently on a chair with a yoga block on. That is my camera today. I can't find a tripod. Anyway, so what have we been doing? So we've been looking at a movement and how we just generally move. I've been doing yoga since 1999, and I've always just like listened to the teacher, followed the instructions implicitly, trying to do the poses that are instructed as by I used to do Iyengar yoga, and he got a very specific way of doing things. And some classic asana. Again, I think a lot of it is Iyengar based, following a lot of the cues that they do. And you follow them blindly because you think that's how you're meant to do the pose, that's how it's meant to feel. But I think it's sometimes nice to go with how your body feels. We've got pain in our body, and sometimes that is an alarm going, oh, don't do it. Sometimes the pain that you're feeling is a muscle going, oh, hello, you've not used me for a while. So you kind of got to do a lot of introspection. You've got to look at how you're moving and how you're feeling. And for years, I practiced yoga and thinking, why do I seem to not, just do I feel a particular way? And I've realised sometimes the things that I'm feeling is just a lack of strength on one side. And it took me a long time to realise that I pronate. So if you're not sure what pronating is, well, I know I pronate, but I never put two and two together as to how it transferred up the body. But pronating is in your feet, basically. So it's a fallen arch. Oh, I've got a lump in that, just a second. So it's a fallen arch. And so if you think about it, if you've got a fallen arch, a knee might, I'm emphasising it. So this is my fallen arch side. My knee rolls in. Because my knee rolls in, there's just the hip's not doing the job that it's doing, that should be doing. The muscles in the hip are not working. I tend to find that I put a lot of it down to the pains in my body from having an accident, but I'm thinking I've got a few things going on. I think I've got a fallen arch, so the leg muscles are not very strong. Then I've had an accident, and I tend to stand without really, you can see, with a slight lean. So I've practiced yoga for years and years and years and thinking, oh, why do I not get any stronger? But I'm generally coming to the fact that I think that structurally my support's wrong in my foot. So I'm now in my own personal practice, I'm listening and feeling, I'm trying to get things released, I'm just trying to even up my walk. Someone told me never correct your gait through your gait, so I'm just trying to learn through my movement how to free up my muscles so I've got a better gait. So, the number of times I've tried to free up certain things on this side of the body, it feels nice, but it always goes back to it because mentally my mind has decided that I move in a particular way, that the foot should roll in, that feels good, and my hips don't swing, and that's how it is, and it just overuses up muscles that should not be being used in that way. Anyway, so that's my lecture. So that's what we're doing. I want you to really tune in to how you feel, to really notice how you feel, how your feet are on the floor, how your legs are feeling, whether or not you're relaxed in your body. I don't know, I just did that. I think it's because we're going to be going upside down a little bit and just see if we can let things feel nice and free. So anyway, welcome to my spare bedroom. Welcome to my wonky yoga mat, and hopefully you'll still see me. So anyway, I'm going to get you to lie down now. So yeah, just lay down on the floor and close your eyes. I'm just going to sit up and do it. So just lay down. In fact, I'll lie down with you. Why not? Let's do it all together. So lying down, closing your eyes. And if you need to extend your legs out in front of you, extend your legs out in front of you. I'm not, just so you can keep seeing me. And I'm just thinking about how I feel. Do I feel relaxed? Do I feel tense? Do I feel stiff? Do I feel nervous? Do I feel, all the things that happen in your body, the way your body responds, are all going to start to make little impacts on the body. So just checking in whether or not you feel any of these things. And I'm just going to emphasise on myself personally where I feel tension. So I just want you to just be guided by, if you notice your neck feels tense sometimes, or your shoulders feel tense, just to create a bit of tension in those places, just so you can get that awareness of how it feels. And then let it go. Just go around the body, and I often find that I can tense my hips. I'm just going to tighten my hips. And then just gonna let it go. Just notice how it feels, just to tighten. And then release. Just taking your focus to your breath. So let's start some movement in toes and fingers. So I'm now scrunching at my toes and moving my fingers. Circling hands and circling feet. Extending feet up to ceiling and bending knees. And just keep my breath nice and relaxed as I'm doing this. I'm just placing my feet back on the floor, and then I'm just tuning into how these feet feel. You know, where are they? My feet right now are just in front of my hips. I've got a little gap between my feet. I don't know if you can see. Let's go this way so you can see. But my feet are not together, and neither are my knees. My feet are just in line with my hips, and my toes are pointing forwards. And I'm just kind of getting a sense of how they rest into the floor, and I'd like you just to do the same. So I just want you just to kind of picture your big toes pointing forwards, your little toes pointing forwards, your heels resting into the floor, and just checking on the footprints and how they rest into the floor. And just want you to now just to think about, I'm just going to sit up, so again, so I feel like if I'm looking at the camera that it's like I'm looking at you. I hope you can feel my eyes burning into you. So yeah, what I'd like to do now is, as you're laying into the floor, lay back down again just so I don't look weird. It's just to kind of think about just lifting the toes and the balls of feet up off the floor, and then placing them down and just pushing them towards the front of the mat a little bit, and then lifting the balls of the feet up on the toes, and again pushing them down and pushing them forwards. And as you're just doing that, you feel, for me, you might already be able to see it, but there's a tilt at my pelvis, and my pelvis is just beginning to pick itself up. So I'm just lifting up the balls of the feet, placing them down and pushing forwards, and look, my pelvis is beginning to float up. So it's little effort, and then again just pushing the feet forwards and pelvis is beginning to float up, and again just a little effort. And then now as I come down, I'm just pulling my feet in towards my bottom, and I can feel a little arch, you know, I'm just kind of demonstrating that arch is under the back. And then I'm pushing the feet forwards, and I'm beginning to pick myself up and going up towards bridge. And we're just kind of doing that a few times. I'm just going to just on that. You keep playing with that movement. And again, you're pushing your feet forwards, and again, tuning into that feeling that you can roll up. And again, it's just all from the feet, so pulling the heels in, tilt forwards, and again, push your feet forwards and rise up. And all the while, I just want you to keep a steady footprint. Just keep a steady footprint. Just think about those feet resting into the floor. And again, you're rising up. And as you're going up in towards your bridge, just asking yourself, does this feel like an even movement? Am I using both feet the same? Do I feel like one foot's doing more than the other? Or is it an even movement? So just again, just rising up towards bridge, and again, sinking back down. And when you're coming back down, again, pull your heels in towards your bottom. And again, pushing forwards. So as you push forwards, do you feel yourself rising up towards bridge? And again, how are your feet? And coming back down, pulling, sorry, I'm moving up so I can see again. So pushing feet forwards, rising up, equal knees. Coming back down, pulling heels in, pushing forwards, rising up towards bridge. And you just noticing, if you feel that one side of the body is doing more than the other, can you just maybe bring some emphasis to the other foot? Maybe if you just come back down to the floor and just come back to square one, and that little push of the feet. You know, I'm just pushing my feet a little bit forwards towards the front of the mat, and I'm just feeling my hips beginning to rise up, and I'm just connecting really the feet to the hips. Rising up. again sinking back down. So let's just pause and have a little rest. And then we're going to roll up to seated and come just somewhere comfortable. So now the choice of seating is down to you. So if you want to sit on a block, if you want to sit on a chair, if you want to sit, with your feet tucked underneath you, do that. If you want to sit with your legs out in front of you, the biggest thing really is where's going on with your pelvis. I'm always saying this, aren't I, in a lesson? But your pelvis. So if you think about your pelvis as your foundation, if your tailbone is tucked under when you're sitting, your spine is not going to move so easily. So, find height, put a pillow underneath you, put a cushion underneath you. You're just trying to get those sit bones to rest, and it's just going to help create some space in that lower back so you can begin to move. So I might just do this side on so you can actually see what my spine's doing actually. So let's place hands at heart centre and take an in-breath. And then as I'm taking an out breath and pushing my hands forwards, lowering my ribs, and you can see I'm pushing my ribs back. With my inhale, I'm taking my hands up. This is rolling my pelvis to neutral. And then exhaling, bringing the hands out wide. Inhale. Exhale. So tailbone tucks under. Really think about yawning through the ribs. Inhale, take the hands up. Exhale, hands go wide. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. I'm now taking my left hand and I'm bringing it around behind me. My right hand has now come across towards my left knee. So as you can see, I'm still sitting up tall. And then, sometimes when you want to lift up the spine, to keep it tall, this happens. You push the ribs forward, so actually contract in the back. So if I now to think my pelvis, the front of my pelvis is here, my ribs are right in front, I'm just going to drop my ribs in so I've got more of a central line. And then I'm looking over my shoulder. So both hands are on the same side of the body, and then I'm just beginning to take an exhale and look over the shoulder. With my inhale now, I'm just feeling it. As I inhale, there's a widening of the ribs, front, back, side. So I'm just going to relax. And then on the exhale, I'm drawing it back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then inhale. Exhale. Inhaling, taking the hand up, so again still facing the left side. And now I'm just going to spin around so you can now see something in the same position. I'm looking towards my right knee and I'm tipping my right shoulder towards my right knee. I'm looking again. Does it feel nice in my neck to look up, to look down? So I'm just finding a nice place for the head. And I'm checking, yes, my arm is quite comfortable to be above my head. And if you can see, it's kind of over the head, it's not in front of me. So if you tend to find that your arm is here and it feels heavy and uncomfortable, maybe just drape it on the side. Maybe take it behind you. And just feel your breath going up and down this side body. Looking down towards my right knee, I'm taking the arm around, my left hand around in front of my right knee. And then I'm taking my right hand around as well. So now everything is facing my right knee. So some of you might have chosen to sit with your legs like this. And if that is the case, walk your hands down towards the foot. If you're sitting with your legs with, like this, walk them out to the side. If you're sitting obviously like I was, you're walking your hands in the direction of the knee. And all we're going to do is just turn our gaze down towards the floor and just take that breath into the left side. Walking your hands back in, bringing your hands back to the heart, inhaling. Exhaling, again, quick back to what we did before, pushing ribs back. Inhale, rise up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. My right hand now is going behind the body, and my left hand has gone over towards the right. Again, so if you're sitting like this, you know, you're going to look a bit like this. If you're sitting with your legs out in front, you're going to be again out into this direction. And then you're focusing on your shoulder. Firstly, your ribs, are they pushed forwards? Do we feel got a little bit of softness and length through the lower back? Do you feel that your head's balanced on top of your neck? So I often think being snooty, looking down the nose and taking the gaze over the shoulder. And then focus on how it feels down the right side, the one behind you, as you exhale this space and clearance. And inhaling, releasing. Exhale the space and clearance. Inhaling, releasing. Exhale. Inhaling, raising the hand, looking across to the left knee, taking the movement over to the left. And again, check, is your arm forwards? Do you feel tension? You know, where's a good place this hand? Maybe it's going to stay on the side, maybe it's going to go behind. And again, if you're in a different leg position, again, you know, if you're leaning to the side, again, we're still tilting. If you've got the legs wide, you're still tilting. It's all about how you feel down this lengthened side of the body. Looking across towards the left knee, bringing both hands in the direction of the knee. So again, depending on how your legs are, if your legs are straight, you're going to walk in the direction of the knee. If your feet are together, you walk into the side. And if you are like me with my legs crossed, again, walk in the direction of the knee, and again, take your gaze towards the floor. Walk yourself to centre and take yourself to all fours. So let's walk our right heel in. So if you're to look at my left knee, my right heel is just in line with my left knee. And I'm now going to drop my weight. So if you've got your feet, if you notice your toes, sorry, are behind your knee, or like your heels behind your knee, step it forwards. If your foot's right in front of you, step it in. It's only making life difficult if you change that position. This is a good place to start. So I've lifted up. My belly is on my thighs and my fingertips are on the floor. Just checking in on shoulders and neck, staying relaxed. And now I'm focusing on my back heel, my left foot. And I just want to imagine making a lovely footprint with that foot. So I'm rolling the foot into the floor, straightening the leg and sinking into fold. This front leg can be bent, but notice my left heel, my right heel, left heel is on the floor. My neck is relaxed. And then I'm going to pick the back knee up, bring it back to the floor and pause. Now my right foot, I'm going to work with this one pushing this time. So as I push, I feel my left knee lift. So I'm pushing and sinking the left leg into the floor. Again, my right leg is straight, but it can be bent. But just notice if your weight's in your front foot and your back heel's lifting. Can you walk your hands back, dropping your weight into your feet? And again, what's happened in the head? Is it relaxed? So let's turn this into triangle pose. So my right hand is going to go in front of my right foot, and I'm pushing in the arm. Just see how the spine lengthens. And then I'm taking my left hand to my thigh and I'm looking up. And I'm feeling confident and calm enough to raise the arm. Turning to the floor and releasing down. Switching legs, taking the left heel in front of right knee. And doing the same thing. So I'm just going to again bring my weight to my front foot. I'm going to focus on the back heel leading. My shoulders are relaxed. Leading with the back foot, placing the heel on the floor, shifting the weight into it, and again just checking. Do I feel rigid and tense? No, I don't. I'm just trying to find that soft edge. And then leading with the back heel, lift it up, bring it back down. Leading with the front foot this time, pushing. How does it feel to push? Oh, look, the back knee's lifting again, exhaling into fold. So then just checking how the feet feel. Do they feel relaxed? Yes, they do. Does my neck feel relaxed? Yes, it does. I'm able just to rest in this moment. Left hand is beginning to push. So you might choose to have a block. And just trying to think about the arm being under the shoulder, finding the support, turning the chest. And again, my arm does feel happy about rising, so what I would hate to do is to fling it up and be tense. It's all about just being gentle. Do you feel soft inside? Turn the body towards the floor, stepping in to fold. And then slowly rising to standing. So I'm just going to pause this video here because I'm about to run out of film and I'm going to find another one and I'll just complete the rest of this class in a second. So just bear with me. Thank you.